I'm making this video more as a record of myself, but I'm going to stick it on YouTube. Anybody watches it, fair play, Steels. This is all my 2018 signed. Every one I got signed myself, except for one which I bought on charity online, and that's what one. Signed by Pete Milligan, a writer, in 2018, and the rest are Lee Sullivan, Lee Sullivan again, and Andy Wildman. This is Judge Stride, so it's 2018's and Judge Stride's. These ones there, I'm at a signing of a book in Forbidden Planet in London. John Higgins is going to be there, Simon Furman, Jeff Senior, Brian Hitch. So I'm going to bring up some comics and hopefully they'll sign them. It's hit and miss with them. If they're busy, they don't sign much. If they're not, hopefully they might do it. Other ones are David Hine and John Wagner. That's David Hine. David Hine again. Lee Townsend. It's Lee Townsend and John Wagner. I love this cover. Excellent cover. Lee Townsend, John Wagner again. Oh, there's a bit of a glare. Lee Sullivan. These are in no particular order, whoever they're coming to me. Lee Sullivan again. Mike Collins. If I can get the glare out of it. Mike Collins. I have a lot. Lee Sullivan again. Lee Sullivan. He's a lovely fella. And he signed at Reading. He signed about a dozen for me. This is John Wagner and Mark Buckingham. This is Dylan Teague, Keck W, and John Wagner. Dan Abnett, love this cover as well, love the Rogue Trooper. Dan Abnett. This has got John Wagner, Dan Abnett, and George Perez. This is Lee Townsend, as you can see here. He did a little drawing for me. Sorry, I'm going to get my finger. And Dan Abnett. So Lee drew this little drawing for me on the front. He also did a little head sketch, pencil sketch, whatever you call it. This is John Wagner again. David Hine and John Wagner. John Wagner. Mike Collins. Lee Sullivan. Love that one. Tony Blair. Lee Sullivan again. Another great cover. Lee Sullivan. This is Dave Kendall and Keck W. This is Keck W. Is Dave Kendall on this one? And Dave Kendall, yeah, so it's joined Dave Kendall and Keck W. Love these covers. Dead's Head. That's my t-shirt. Dead's Head t-shirt. Once again, Dave Kendall and Keck W. I don't know why it's called Keck W. Not a clue. Mike Collins. John Wagner, Lee Townsend. Keck W. Lee Sullivan. Mike Collins again. Mike Collins. Is Lee Townsend in this? No, it's just Mike Collins. Mike Collins, and he did the one behind it. I have to get this bagging boarded. I don't know why I did. He signed up there, Mike Collins. So I'll keep this out. So I'll put a bagging board in there. Dylan Teague. Oh, what's happening here? Oh, it's stuck to the tape is stuck, lads. Sorry. Oh. I have to change the bagging board in this, I think. There we go. Mike Collins. Lee Sullivan. There's Keck W again. There's one behind here. Oh, there's a few behind here. David Hine and Keck W. And Keck W again. Right, I've got bags of board. I'm going to put them in there now in a minute. Lee Sullivan. Lee Sullivan. This is David Hitchcock on top, and John Wagner. Cam Smith and John Wagner. Dave Kendall and Keck W again. Another Cam Smith. And Cam Smith again. Mike Collins. That's another great cover, I think. Lee Sullivan. Nikolai. Who doesn't like Nikolai? Lee Sullivan. I don't think this is signed. I think this just got in there for some reason. Well, great little cover, but I don't think it was signed. Was it signed? Oh, it was. Sorry, it is. I can't see it because it's in gold and the picture's gold. But that's Mike Collins again. Lee Townsend, John Wagner. Johnny Woo, Dylan Teague. Lee Sullivan. John Wagner. And this is Triple Time, Glenn Fabry, Mike Collins and John Wagner. So 8-minute video, nearly 9. So that's my signs. Oh no, there's more. I'm sorry, there is more. Oh my God. Mike Collins. Dan Abnett. Mike Collins. I have 2 of these, so this is the second one. It is David Hine and John Wagner. Mike Collins. Lee Townsend, John Wagner. So that's my signed comics coming up in 10 minutes. I'm off to a couple of signings. I've got a load over here. John McCrae is at Spring Comic Con. So it's John McCrae. They haven't really put the artists up. There's only 5 artists up there. Lee Bradley, John McCrae. Lee Bradley I don't think worked in 2000 AD. But John McCrae is the only one there I saw that worked in 2000 AD. Oh, sorry, Gary Erskines is there as well. So I'm getting some Gary Erskines John McRae's, and I'm signing Forbidden Planet on I think so like the 28th of February, and so Simon Furman, Brian H, John Higgins. So I'm getting a load. Hopefully, they'll sign for me, and I can just keep building. That's my goal now, to try and get as many 2000 ADs signed, and I've got over 2000. It'll take me to my retirement. Sláinte.